at the moment. You're going to adjust to fit the situation. You're doing a good job trying to ride off your seat, right? You're establishing the conversation with them. Ride as much off the seat first as possible. Legs are your secondary aid. Reins should be the most passive, but you're going to pick them up if you need them. Okay? Now you're using that whip as an artificial aid to back up your seat and leg. Okay? So when you're ready, you're going to plan to walk ahead straight, and we'd like for it to have a little more energy this time, driving forward off the hindquarter. So you can pull your leg back a little bit further, stretching up in your core. That was better. We got a little tail swish. Right, we got a little bit of tail swish. So what you could do is ask a little bit less with your aids, and if he does not respond to it, engage your whip. So we have to remember we're on a school horse who gets a lot of mixed messages.
Well, that's, I like working with Vinnie if you can get in tune with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
He's anticipating a lot of school stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to establish the conversation with them. And you have to do maybe a little bit of schooling on him and say, hey, my aids mean something. How fast can this horse walk without rolling into a trot? So think about the hindquarters, that's your engine. And left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, seat, seat. If he's not there, encourage him with the whip. Don't have him make you work harder. Okay? That's better. Help him get straight. Lengthen on your right rein about 1/2 inch again. See, you methodically start to creep down that rein a little bit because you're right-handed. Yeah. Stretch. Get a little more impulsion before the corners because you know they like to slow down on the corners. Walk. Sit. Sit. So think about your core when you're asking him to come back down. Try to do that first before engaging a rein. Ask for a little more impulsion. Stretching up. Seat's alive. And again. And so with this particular horse, sit. So play between the gas pedal and the brake pedal. Help him to get straight again. You kind of creeped up the right rein again, dear. Oh, that's such a habit, isn't it? But it's a very breakable habit. You can discipline yourself out of it. There, whoop. There was a spot in there. Did you feel it? It was right before he rolled into that trot.
I felt him go into it, but I didn't want to gear him back down too fast. You know,
yeah.
Something I can feel pretty good on as far as when he moves up into something, does his body actually kind of roll?
Yeah, exactly. So those are the nuances that you're wanting to notice. Because you can maintain that walk. You can feel when he's about to roll up into that trot. Let up on your right rein more, dear. Can you see how he's there's a little bit of tension on that right rein, and he's just wanting to barely tip his nose off to the right. So feed that right rein out more. Yeah, feed it out. What is he telling you? Okay, so how did he change once you released that right rein more? He dropped his head down more and got straighter, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So now think about driving him forward. Think about those hindquarters. Supporting with the leg. He's got more walk than that. So, okay, now release on that right rein again because you grabbed down the right rein a little more. Feed out your right rein. Okay. So let's talk about your seat for a moment. We're asking the horse to really stretch out his walk. So you would like to have a greater range of motion in your seat forward and back.
Okay, so that's where I'm missing the boat, right? Because I
but shorter.
Pushing far enough out.
Right, you need to get a longer range of motion in your seat forward and back.
Because as I push longer forward,
He's going to
steps
reach.
longer.
He's going to mimic how you're using your seat. You want to get a rhythm with one another because the seat is what is connected to him. You're sitting in the blind spot and he has only feel to operate from.
Okay. So, since I can't see, I'm just going off of feel.
Yes, you both are going off of feel.
If I'm pushing far enough ahead, because I don't know how far is, you know what I mean? Makes sense? I mean, I should be able to feel it.
Well, I don't know if should necessarily. Over time, it'll develop. But you haven't ridden in 6 months. What?
Should we go the other way so he doesn't feel like the pony farm?
No, not yet. We will.
All right, so
But let up on that right rein. See his nose is tipping to the right again? So, bigger range of, there, oh. Big range of motion with those sit bones. Feel light, stretch up in your ribs, and put a little more life in your body. Now, softly put that whip over your thigh again. Whip over the thigh again. And touch him with it. If he's not responding enough, touch him with it. Sit, and move your hips again. Play between the gas and brake and that there. Whoop, sit. There. Let up on your right rein. Feed your reins out a whole bunch. Feed them out a whole bunch. Even more on that right rein. And think about those hindquarters. Good. There's better. So you set the speed, Catherine. And breathe and relax. Good job. There's his, whoop. Walk. Little bit of right leg. Keep the hips loose and light. Good. Very nice. Did you feel that response off your leg? Well, but you know what I liked is that you kept your hip looser. You'll start to develop more savvy with the touch of your leg over time. Quiet with the upper body. Yeah. Nice. Hips, hips, hips. Good. Okay, so when you come around the corner here and you get halfway down, there's a good walk. You get halfway down the arena, you're going to plan to halt. A little bit of right leg softly. Nice. And ready to halt and seat. Beautiful.